Whew, it's nearly dark and I'm just making it now before all the light goes. Hey guys, hope you're all amazing, and if you are not, I hope my video puts a smile on your beautiful faces and makes you laugh. We're back for another manga video, and I realized that my last video I did, which was my first manga tea vlog, yeah, that was an hour long. And I can totally understand that getting through a video like that, you're going to be getting through it like in chunks, but I had a lot to say. But at the same time, I'm happy that I did that video. I think it turned out well. So you guys can definitely look forward to some more, you know, manga tea vlogs for the future. Since getting back into the manga scene of things, I've had so many swirling ideas in my head of video ideas. So I decided to give some manga one-shots a go. Now, I haven't read a manga one-shot since reading the one-shot of A Silent Voice, which you guys might not, maybe not know, I don't know, that there is a one-shot of A Silent Voice, despite that there is a 7-volume series. I like one-shots. One-shot mangas are cool because they're short and you can just get them done really, really quickly. That's making me think of a song. It's a K-pop song by a boy band called BAP, and they got a song called One Side. It goes, it just made me think of that song, me just jamming away. Kind of hard to find some manga one-shots that were unknown. That's what I was really going for because, you know, there are some well-known one-shots. I have 3 one-shots I'm going to be discussing today, and I've borrowed them all from my library. There's just one I don't have that I had to take back to the library. Hope you guys discover something new. And let's just get into it. So the first one shot that I read, which I think some people are familiar with, is Oh My Sweet Alien by, I just get the name of the author because I don't have the book, Kojo Mayata? Yes, Kojo Mayata. And this is a sort of omnibus one shot about a guy that's married to an alien, and it's just a cute read. I honestly only got about halfway through, just because when I was reading it, I wasn't in the right frame of mind at the time to be reading something like that. I was thinking at the time that, oh hey, this will be a nice read, but for me to just, you know, cheer myself up. But at the time, no. So I ended up getting like halfway through the one shot, but it was very episodical, of all these silly situations and seeing the life of what it's like to be married to an alien. There are some little revealing panels of when the alien girl takes off like her human skin, because, you know, it's just human skin disguised to disguise herself as a human. So, you know, there's a few little boob and butt little things, snippets during your read. It's really sweet, this relationship between this alien and this guy and their marriage, and you get to learn how they got married and when they have a kid. My favorite bit was the episodical bit with the mother-in-law, dealing with the mother-in-law who's an alien. That was pretty funny. Plain old cute fun read, and I would still recommend it to anybody to just give it a go. Hopefully I'll read the second half of it, because I do want to read the second half of it now. There is a sad thing about this manga. It's nothing to do with the story, it's actually to do with the author. I found out he has actually passed away. Funnily enough, when I was researching, he passed away in 2015. So I was like, okay, damn. And he only ever did like one other series, so he was kind of one of these manga artists that wasn't really well known. So yeah, that was kind of sad to find out, but if you want a cute fun read, then Oh My Sweet Alien is for you. The next 2 one-shots that I had read, these ones have been on my list to read for years actually, and I finally got around to reading them. So this one is called Pink, and it is by Kyoko Okazaki. Now, Kyoko Okazaki is actually quite a popular mangaka, Known for her wacky style of art, because it's like little sketch drawings. Also for her stories. Her work has been put as towards shoujo josei because of what her stories aim for, but her stories are very raw and real. And she is a mangaka from the 80s, and so she's been, you know, doing this job for a while. And this is one of her most popular works. Now, I first found out about the series actually through Simply G, so thank you, Simply G. It was from actually one of your older hauls that I found out about it, and I was very curious about it, and it's got a very wacky plot to it. It's kind of strange, but it's actually about a girl named Yumi who works a day job, and she's actually a call girl, so she prostitutes herself as a second job. All for doing these two jobs, all for the love of her crocodile. She has a pet crocodile, and she takes these two jobs on to feed her crocodile. That is like really the main premise about a girl named Yumi who does these two jobs. You know, sleeping with guys, has a day job to feed her precious crocodile. She loves her crocodile. She's obsessed with the crocodile. And then there's the part where a guy comes into the picture and, you know, she kind of falls in love with him. But it's about this crocodile and this girl's bond. But honestly, you think, oh no, it's really not for me. I mean, when I honestly first, you know, read about the plot, the premise, I thought, no, this isn't for me. But when I officially have read this, I was pretty surprised. I think what the first thing, as I said before, will put people off is Okazaki's art style. You know, look at it. It's very sketchy, kind of manga style. So there's no really detailing. It's really simple. It could look like a kid had done this. But I find it quite humorous for the story. It worked for the story. But this story is actually based on love and capitalism. Even says it on the back here. It is quite powerful, actually, the message behind this. And what the author of this was trying to express was a lot of things. Definitely Okazaki. She just likes, in her stories, speaking about issues to do with women. So she's kind of like an advocate for women's rights, I guess. Okazaki has some strong opinions and values about love, and that was really expressed through this one shot. About love and capitalism, and how I interpreted this. This is a story that people are going to interpretate very differently. First thing I took away from this manga was about the romantic love is such a idealistic thing. You know, we fantasize about finding the one. There's marriage, and you have kids, and that everything's thrown out the window for you. You forget about your own personal needs, or love can be such a convenience for people. And then that's when we get into capitalism type of thing. You know, love goes out the window, and, you know, we get into the things of like prostitution and that. And definitely Okazaki delves into that, because this isn't just that a 11-year-old could pick up, because she uses quite a few sexual references used in this. There's some swearing references. It's pretty real. Okazaki speaks about in her title of this. It really caught me off guard at first. I'm like, damn, like she's laying all the cards out here in this story, which I loved. At the back of this volume, actually, Okazaki speaks about why she wrote this and also the meaning behind it. And there's something that she wrote here that she feels that love isn't that tepid and lukewarm thing people like to talk about. I don't think. It's tough, severe, scary, a cruel monster. So is capitalism, in a quote. From what I took away from that also, that love is not all fairy tales, and that it can be really hard and grueling, and that, you know, how I view love is that love is a need. It is also an addiction. It makes us blind. And I think this is where coming into the mix of, you know, the kind of fairy tale love so many girls dream of, like, you know, getting married and having kids, and that's where I feel that Okazaki is coming from with the whole love and capitalism thing. That, you know, the sentiments of romantic love are just sometimes thrown out the window and turn into this cruel, grueling thing, that there's two sides to love. There is the dark side and then there is the romantic side. I took away from this was about happiness itself, that Yumi doesn't care, you know, if she has to do the work, the 2 jobs that she has to feed her crocodile. Happiness for her is eating pie with her sister, asking yourself of like, you know, what is your own happiness? And I love that. I love that trait about Yumi's character. Like to find the happiness in the little things. And even if it's something of a fleeting dream, or if it makes us daydream of, you know, all this happiness that we might not have, then that's okay to be in that center bubble for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. And Yumi does that plenty. She just imagines herself like on an island, having all this money and all these little fantasies and dreams that she has. I mean, it's nice that the author added in for Yumi, she does find some happiness with a guy. It's not perfect, but she finds it anyway, because before she didn't feel like she needed a male. And that's sort of how I feel about love. Like, you know, I feel like I need a boyfriend in that to make yourself happy, or you don't feel like you should need a guy to make yourself happy. But ultimately, love is a need. It's an addiction as well. And yeah, I think the whole love capitalism thing can get a little bit on the complicated side, but I hope I've best described how I interpreted this story. But I don't think this will be like for everybody. I think, you know, like as I said, the artwork, Okazaki's artwork, it might not be to people's liking, but that didn't really deter me from not reading this. It was for the story and for Okazaki's message about love and capitalism. And this actually relates to her real life as well, regarding her sister within the story as well, which was a nice personal touch. There's definitely some weird referencing in here at points within the story, but I still would, you know, encourage people to give this a go. I was pretty judgy at first before going into this, and I came out, you know, feeling really refreshed from this author's work. And there is another work that she's done called Helter Skelter, which maybe some of you guys might know. I've not read it, but it's about a woman who constantly has plastic surgery and how much of a toll it takes on her. And that's another realistic approach the story is. So I would definitely like to read that, definitely by this author. Never judge a book by its cover. That is the final note I can say about Pink by Koyoko Okazaki. And the final one-shot that I read was a nice one to finish on, actually. And this is one I've wanted to read for a very long time. And one that is actually, it's a pretty popular one for within the one-shot space. And that is The God's Lie by Kaoru Okazaki. Isn't that funny? Both of these are nearly called, these last author's names are Okazaki, but they're spelled differently. So we have that spell. This one's got an extra K in it, but this one doesn't. Ah, that's... I didn't notice that. Anyway, The God's Lie. She has done a few works. Currently, the most recent one she's done is called Mermaid Prince, but she wrote that in 2015, but it actually just got published this year, but only in German, so it's not published in English. I think this is the only one by her that's published in English. But she does a lot of one-shots when I was doing some research. And this was a little wonderful one-shot to read. So this is about a 6th grader who, right here, Natsuru, who loves playing soccer, but one day his football coach is replaced. He was only on a volunteer basis. He don't like the new soccer coach, and they're supposed to go on a summer camp for soccer, but Natsuru doesn't end up going. He ends up spending his summer with this girl named Rio, a girl in his class, who kind of keeps to himself, and he soon discovers her little secret that she actually lives on her own with her younger sister, and her dad is supposed to be in Alaska, but he's supposed to then come home. And yeah, it's about a story about a boy and a girl of how they spend their summer. I thought it was going to be this like happy story, you know, about a boy and a girl spending their summer, but no, there's like this twist that comes, and it's really sad. It's sad. Like, the story starts off, you know, quite happy, and then it ends on what's the a bittersweet note. It's on a bittersweet note, and I felt bad for Rio in the end. It's nothing like so terrible. It's just, you know, I weren't seeing it coming. The theme that I took away from this as well, about, you know, the title we have, The Gods Lie, you know, about telling white lies and how that sometimes it's okay to lie, you know, in order to protect those you're wanting to protect, and you feel like you're doing the right thing, which is the theme that surrounds on Natsuru. You know, for 11 years old, you know, he's pretty mature and level-headed, and I thought it was really cute, the bond that he had with Rio. It's a bittersweet good read. I guess I would best describe The Gods Lie. Hopefully it was worth the read, or worth waiting all this time finally, and it's something I would read again, despite how it made me feel in the end. I actually quite like the art style in this. Here, I'll give you guys a snippet. I thought it was pretty cute. Let me see if I can find a good shot. Yeah, I thought the art style was pretty cute. So yeah, of all the hype that has surrounded this one shot, it's definitely lived up to it for me, even despite, you know, the bittersweet ending part. Those are the 3 one-shots that I checked out, and hopefully maybe you've discovered something new to read, and I'm hoping for another future video idea I have to do another one-shot related one. So let me know down below if you've read any of these one-shots, and feel free to suggest any one-shots to me, because I'm always looking for, you know, new things to read. But yeah, all the linky links will be down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.